Thank you for joining us for the Enthusiastic Women podcast, broadcasting normally from the Enthusiastic Women Worldwide headquarters, where every day we birth success. I'm Ms. Shannon here with Judy Carter and Samantha Messiah as normal. Hello, ladies. How are you guys doing? As usual, we are women prepared to birth success. Just to remind everybody what we do, we are friends and Gen X women, and on this podcast we analyze, discuss, and parody trending topics, pop culture, and the insane things they try to sell us. Now, normally, as I mentioned, we do broadcast from the Enthusiastic Women Worldwide headquarters, but we are out and about. We were invited to come be part of the MomBoss5k thrown by Covey, and so we want to discuss Covey just a little bit. We are going to be doing 2 shows from this fantastic location, Hutton House, and we are invited by the chief instigator over at Covey, Dre Bartle. How are you doing? Hello, Dre.
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
You look like an additional enthusiastic woman. We're very happy to have you on the show. So when you are not MomBoss5k'ing, Dre, what does Covey do?
So we're a boutique events business, and we partner with a variety of organizations bringing their brand and story to life through creative events, marketing campaigns, and different experiences.
So what said, when you were trying to build the experience, what said, you know what, we should have a run? We would like a run for our ladies.
Yeah, so wellness has always been a huge core value for me, and I think a 5K is so accessible to women, so I felt like I wanted to be able to put an event together where there was a wellness component, an accessible 5K, but then have a retreat afterwards to just treat them, love on them, give them a morning away. So that's why the MomBoss5k was born.
Well, this is a perfect event for our Enthusiastic Women podcast, though, because at Enthusiastic Women Worldwide headquarters, we do have a wellness coach, and she will be chiming in later during the show, so we can see if her wellness brand is in line with what you do over here. And so when people are, if they would like to use your services, how's the best way for them to contact you, Dre?
Typically our website, so www.coveyevents.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, wonderful. So I know that you have to go and make this event amazing, so we were happy to release you back into the wild. But before you leave, we did want to mention that we did dress up for you, Dre, if you did not notice. So
yes,
our enthusiastic team, so myself, Samantha, and Judy, we are wearing our amazing brand new sweatshirts. We went Team Wolfpack on this.
Ooh.
Now, I thought it was interesting, and Dre, we'll just bring you up to speed. Of the 3 of us, myself, Samantha, and Judy, Samantha is a very, very good friend. She is not normally our fashion-forward friend, though.
Absolutely true.
So Samantha decided that we should come up with a podcast team uniform, and suggested at first a different variety of wolf sweatshirt. I think she thought she was being funny. And we, of course, enthusiastically ran towards that. And Judy, who is our social media maven, said, no, if we're going to do wolf sweatshirts, we need to get this one. So what's the history again of these particulars?
This is called the 3 Wolf Moon shirt. It originated in internet fame as the original T-shirt featuring 3 wolves howling at the moon. This is the original design, just put on the sweatshirt. The numerous satirical reviews for this on Amazon.com have become an internet phenomenon. Right. The T-shirt was designed by artist Antonio Nevshev. So the 3 Wolf Moon T-shirt, created by the Mountain Corporation, I'm wearing the Mountain's actual sweatshirt here, gained popularity after attracting sarcastic reviews on Amazon.com, attributing great power to it. Such as making the wearer irresistible to women, striking fear in other males, and having magical abilities.
So, Dre, we encourage you, if you need to drop down an internet rabbit hole, as we all are prone to do, especially if it's a rainy day and you're going, what can I do? If you go and read all of the reviews on this Tri-Wolf Moon.
3 Wolf Moon.
3 Wolf Moon.
Sounds like a band.
It will give you joy, Dre. It will give you joy.
We all need more joy, right?
Sam had posted some wolf shirts, and I said, well, I'll only wear a wolf shirt if it has 3 wolves on it howling at the moon.
And
I
real
put
talk,
this famous one up.
I had I said, unless there's a black wolf, I'm not wearing it. And so, but then she had
That's
this one.
fair.
There is. So
Look at you.
it's a wolf pack. So it clicked all the boxes.
This is probably a good time to revisit something I've said before. When you guys don't tell me no, things like this happen.
Do you want me to read a couple of the reviews? Oh,
Yes,
here's
please.
one of the famous reviews. Pros. Fits my girthy frame. Has wolves on it. Attracts women. Cons.
Nice.
Only 3 wolves. Could probably use a few more on the guns.
Agreed.
Cannot see wolves when sitting with arms crossed.
Darn.
Wolves could have been better if they glowed in the dark.
These are
Disappointment.
legit
Agreed.
reviews.
Yes.
Well, you know about how people make fake reviews on Amazon. Like, that's a whole internet thing, too. I'm the internet culture person / social media person.
Yes.
But this is one of those products that just got tons of people to make joke reviews on it because the picture is just, it's taken on a life of its own.
I love it.
Yeah.
So we love following those kind of trends because
Yeah.
there are numerous stories that we talk about and go, is that real? And we are going to have a couple of those opportunities during this particular episode of Enthusiastic Women because just Dre, again, we appreciate you being here. So tell everybody your website again.
CoveyEvents.com.
Thank you very much,
Thanks for
Dre.
having me.
And so, as everyone else is continuing to listen to us, we always have 3 segments here. And the first one is product displacement. That's a segment where we talk about a particular product, brand, and whether their efforts are hit or miss. Today, we are going to talk about the fact that water has gone hardcore, and we wonder, will it
has.
quench our thirst or leave us dry? Then we're going to move into our next segment. Did you see this? In this one, we talk about the fact that if we had $1 billion, what would our birthday party look like? So that's coming up today. And did you see this? And then finally, we move on to our final segment of the episode. Does this make me old? So some female-driven movies have just turned 15. So we are going to discuss how they hold up today. Right, ladies? Are we
Yep.
enthusiastic about today's show?
Oh, yeah.
I'm
All
so
right.
enthusiastic right now.
All right. Well, let's move into our first segment then.
About to go down. It's about to go down. Are you ready?
Our first segment is product displacement. Today, it is discussing a new product called Liquid Death Water and is brought to you by Enthusiastic Woman Online and the One Step Rep Wellness System. All right, so, okay, this particular enthusiastic topic, Sam, you found this one.
Sure.
Okay.
Little background. Former Netflix creative director named Mike Cesario has launched a new company, and it's a direct-to-consumer business that sells water
Okay.
in a tall boy can that looks really punk rock
Yes.
and claims to, quote, this is the tagline, murder your thirst. Interestingly, it also claims to be eco-friendly
Yes.
and vegan. The product is called Liquid Death.
I do have their promo audio. Do you guys want to hear that?
Oh, yes.
Okay, here we go.
Sourced and bottled in majestic mountains, Liquid Death Mountain Water will murder your thirst.
Mayhem is ensuing in this promo video, just so you know.
It's so punk rock.
yes.
So thirsty.
And so it has a lot of like cartoon violence going on. Some heads are being chopped off. Lots of stuff is going on. I think that's enough. And I think it's interesting because Sam, when you sent us the link to Liquid Death, this water. At first, I was really like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's them taking a particular product and just trying to go, I'm going to counter program by making it interesting.
Yeah.
You know, so, but then I read their website and I actually was kind of on board with it. So if you look at it, it says, Liquid Death is not normal. It's weird like we are. And the people who love our brand tend to appreciate weird things too. Many products in the health and wellness space are all marketed with aspirational fitness models and beautiful celebrities. Nothing weird or fun or irreverent. Only the unhealthy brands like candy, beer, and energy drinks get the weird and the fun. So that kind of made me go, all right, maybe, because it's very, I'm going to go old school with the description of it as well as I'm just going to go back to like Beavis and Butthead type kind of look to
okay,
it.
sure.
So if you were trying to get grown up Beavis and Butthead to drink water and hydrate, you would come up with a name like Liquid Death is what I thought.
Yeah, you would. I'll give them credit. They have raised apparently almost $3 million in funding thus far the last year. So there's definitely some believers in this.
Yes.
I went through a complete evolution in my thinking as I learned about this product because Shannon, I had initially landed in the same place as you. It sounded weird, but then I looked at how they articulated it, and I thought, it's kind of clever.
Right.
Then they got the funding, so good for them. But then I started encountering some of the protestations
Correct.
that came to light as the product hit the market, generally around the belief or the feeling that this product is one of a new trend of products that aim themselves at toxic male fragility. If you will.
Correct. Yes, I can get that. Yes, because it is so like you can't. The fact that they were like, well, we can't just say drink water. They made all those things just so uncomfortable, and I don't want to be part of that system. So you need to make it rock if you want me to drink your water.
Right?
You know?
Like an energy drink, right?
Right. You know, when it's just water in a can. And I get, like, I think that some of their message does get buried because it does talk about how they will continue to model their more loud, sustainable bottled water option to more people. We are equally excited to help support and elevate weird artists, musicians, and entertainment. So it is a matter of, I do feel like they kind of backed us into a product support corner because now if you don't support them, then that means that you don't support artists. Like the
Well,
way they
I
do.
mean, isn't their whole point? Okay, their main hashtag is hashtag death to plastic. And the reason that they're in aluminum cans is because plastic isn't recyclable and aluminum's ultimately recyclable.
Yeah.
So their whole point is, I mean, it's kind of like, you remember a few years ago there was that whole thing where there was water in milk cartons?
Yes.
And it was super expensive because that was the same thing too. Like, we're going to put it in paper. We're going to make it cost way more. So this product on Amazon.com for a 12-pack costs $21.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Expensive.
they have all this slick marketing to make it look special so people will pay more for water in cans. Is that it?
Right.
Why do you need to raise tons of money for a bottled water company?
Here's why. Bottled water was the most successful mass market category in 2018 with nearly 14 billion gallons sold.
Wow.
A lot of money to be
But
made.
you don't necessarily have to do that. I guess if
No,
you're
you
not
don't.
trying to be a Dasani from Coke or a Aquafina from Pepsi, and you're not already big water or big beverage. I mean, I mean, is this sort of like disrupting the big beverage industry or something?
Right.
It's definitely trying to take their market share.
So I guess that's the idea, and even like a lot of those energy drinks are part of big beverage or something like that because they're all offshoots that are owned by the same conglomerate. I
Yes.
mean, maybe that's the idea. I don't know, but I would never spend that money.
I don't spend extra money on the if we're talking from a feminine perspective, if they're saying that they had to counter program to that, I'm not one of those ones that's going out of my way to buy a Fiji water either.
Like feminized water.
Feminized water. Well, I'm not that worried about it.
I
But there
drink a ton of water, and I'll
Right.
tell you this: if you don't drink alcohol or a lot of other things, you become aware that there's a ton of different water. And I drink a lot of different kinds of sparkling water.
Yes.
I buy a lot of LaCroix or La Croix, however you decide you want to be
If you're
that
feeling
day, how
bougie.
fancy you are. And I buy a lot of different coconut waters, and I buy a lot of different, I mean, there's lots of different kinds of water when you start to think about that. There's sparkling water, there's coconut water, there's, I mix my coconut La Croix
You are a water
with
connoisseur.
coconut water.
Exactly.
That's what I have.
You're
with
a
me
water
right now.
mixologist.
This is coconut La Croix with coconut water mixed. That's what I drink all the time. And so I will spend more money on water, but it better be like a pure coconut water.
So what do we
or
think?
something like that. I wouldn't buy this, and I am a water connoisseur, and I
Okay.
don't understand this. Like, it better come from a certain source in Italy, like Pellegrino.
Well,
Right.
it does claim that it comes
from
the
the Alps.
Yeah, the Austrian
Well,
Alps.
I want to know the town's name, and I want to know, like it better be Pellegrino. And
You
have
want the
certain mineral-
pedigree of the water before
Yeah,
you
like
care
I'm
about
gonna
the
buy
can.
and Pellegrino doesn't even cost that much.
I think this is water for douchey tech bros.
Very much so.
Yeah,
All right, I get it. Because they
It's
want
not
the
for
can.
people who are into water, because I'm not into it. I wouldn't
No.
buy it.
They're into the can.
And I'm into
Yeah.
water, and I buy water. So I mean, you should see the amount of water I buy in a week.
I
So it's
believe
what I
you.
drink.
So cool story, bro. I don't think that I don't think that any of us are going to go with this particular liquid
No.
death metal water.
If it
but
was
then
good,
we
I'd
seal
be
it.
buying it.
All right.
Well, they're selling it. Sorry, I'll just say this
Go
real
ahead.
quick. It's to the same market that is buying the new makeup for men that is called War Paint.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but put that on our show, another show. All
right.
I don't want to have to know more about that.
Something's up, you guys.
Well, that has been today's product displacement. Product displacement brought to you by Enthusiastic Woman Online, and specifically today by the One Step Rep. And now a word from Sandy Waters, Enthusiastic.